All right, in this module, I want to talk about identifying your ideal customer. I think that this is super important, especially when you're creating your content, whether it be videos, whether it be text content, not just videos for traffic from YouTube, but just understanding your ideal customer is going to make this whole entire process a lot easier and more effortless for you. So if you could just turn on the camera and look into that lens and understand and know exactly who you're talking to, what they look like, what they think in the morning, what they think before they go to bed at night, what kind of clothes they wear, what kind of hobbies they have, then this whole entire process is going to be 10 times easier, because every time you look in that camera, you're going to look in the camera with purpose, understanding and knowing exactly who you're talking to. I was actually watching a video on Facebook the other day, and there was a guy, a fitness trainer, and he was doing an interview with Jay Leno, and he purposely gained a bunch of weight so he would know what it felt like to be his ideal client. So if you can get in your ideal client's head and understand what they're thinking, what their strengths, what their struggles are, this whole entire process is going to be so much easier for you. So what I did is I created a handout for you. You can download that below this video, and I call it the customer clarity process. So first off, you want to identify the name of your ideal customer. Are they male, female? Really, what's their first and last name? So what we'll do is we'll slowly put together these pieces so you can identify an actual human being and visualize this human being in your mind. So we start with the first and last name. Then you want to know how old they are. Right? This is going to be hugely beneficial in the future, not only for generating free traffic, but paid traffic. I know Facebook has so many different options as far as the type of person that you can target, their income, if they're married, not married, different hobbies they have, different interests they have. It's almost scary how targeted you can get and how much information Facebook has on different people. So not only is this going to be beneficial for YouTube and when you're shooting a video, but it's going to be beneficial in so many other areas of traffic generation and marketing too. So like I said, are they single or married? Are they divorced? Are they in college? Are they baby boomers? Are they middle-aged? How old are they? And are they single, married? Are they divorced? Are they separated? What's going on? Describe their appearance. Do they have facial hair? Do they have glasses? Do they have a mustache? Are they fat? Are they bald? Are they skinny? What color are their eyes? Do they have wrinkles? Describe their appearance in detail. And do they have any kids? How many kids they have? If you're giving parenting advice, obviously you want to be targeting other parents and speaking to other parents that have children, and you want to identify how many children they have and how old their children might be. So you're not limited to just these questions. Think of other questions that you could be asking yourself to get more clear on who your target customer is. Do these people own or do they rent their house? What kind of car do they drive? This will give you an idea of possibly, these two categories, what their income is, what type of neighborhood they live in, what type of jobs they have. Now, of course, you can also target, what type of work they do. So write that down. What do they do in the morning? What kind of do they make coffee? Do they eat breakfast in the morning? Do they not eat breakfast? So many different things that we can acknowledge and that we can look for when it comes to our target customer. What do they do? As far as hobbies during the summertime, during the wintertime, during the fall, do they have a cabin that they go to? Do they have a lake that they go to in the summertime? Do they like to go to Disneyland? Identify these specifics. And like I said, you want to get in the customer's mind. What are they thinking at any point in the day, while they're mowing the lawn. When they get up in the morning, they look at themselves in the mirror. What are they thinking at night? Why they're getting to sleep. Know all these different details. If they were to go to Google or YouTube right now, what would they type in to find you? Now, this is super crucial because this is going to lead us to our next training on keyword research. So really think about this. I want you to spend the next 10 to 20 minutes going through this whole entire process, and even spend 10 minutes just on this section right here, finding out exactly what would your ideal customer, your targeted prospect, type in to Google or YouTube to find you, to find your product, to find your service, to find whatever it is that you're offering. And maybe it's whether they're looking for your actual product or they're looking for specific information. Maybe you're a lawyer and they want to learn about the process of divorce. Maybe you're a divorce lawyer, right? Maybe it's some type of defense attorney that you are. What would your ideal customer type in to find you? Whether it's maybe you live in San Diego, California, and they type in defense attorneys in San Diego, California, right? Or divorce attorneys in San Diego, California, if you're a divorce attorney. So not only to find your business, but what type of information would they be typing in to learn more about the process that they're about to go through, right? So if they're looking for free content, you can obviously use that free content to funnel them into your services and your products and your program. So really identify what your target customers are typing in to Google and YouTube, and write out what the biggest problems they face are in their lives, and specifically within your niche. So those might be two separate answers, but identify both of those. If you can identify their biggest pressing problem, then that's going to probably be the customer that has the most pain. And if you can answer that pain point, you can answer that question, then you've got pretty much a buyer right then and there. So what do you believe? Not just what they believe their biggest problems are. What do you believe is the number one problem that they face? Is it the fact that getting a lawyer costs a lot of money? Is it the fear of having to go through this process, not knowing exactly what they're going to have to face?